as we know, it's exacerbated a racial wealth gap and held back black and brown families. And it's simply wrong. You know, if you build if a developer came along and built on one side of a highway and 20 homes on the other, and the one side had people with black and brown backgrounds, and the same exact home was built in a white neighborhood, guess what? The day you bought that home, that black home is worth 20% less than the white home, or the Hispanic home is worth 20% less. It's wrong.
Okay, so what is he talking about? Appraisals? Appraising it lower based on racial disparities or something like that?
Yeah, and I think that's where it's gonna be difficult. I mean, and you got to think about this when you listen to this whole speech in its entirety. You know, these are key talking points that are important for everyone, right? Yeah. So, you know, this, you know, it's a campaign rally, you know, like he's rallying the base. And so therefore, a lot of the points that are being touched on are actually focused and directed straight at the people who
voter demographics.
There you go. Yeah. So his constituents, right?
Yeah, he's got to give them some red meat to eat.
And so while there is this going on, I don't want to say that it's not going on. And we've talked about it. We've dedicated a whole show to it a few months ago. But essentially what happens, though, and where the problem is going to lie, and I don't have the statistics in front of me. However, as a person who sells a lot of homes, a person who lists a lot of homes, you know, there is typically a large demographic of appraisers that are Caucasian. And so I don't think that the problem is necessarily where the house is built. It is in ones, because all appraisals are subjective to whoever the person is that's doing the appraisal. So you could have 10 appraisers all go appraise your house, and they can all come back with different numbers.
Right.
And
it's
you're
an
like,
opinion at the end of the day.
How is this possible? Well, it's possible by a lot of ways, and it's based on the fact that the whole appraisal is an opinion of what the value is. I don't see how you're going to change that, because you have to
change people's opinions.
Exactly. You have to change people, and that's the hard part right there. Yeah. But at the same time, you know, there are going to be people who are going to be like, well, hey, like, this neighborhood is not like this neighborhood.
Right. You can have one neighborhood across from each other and have different taxes and different values, different school zones. It could really differ.